There's few things in America more important to our future than education, and no one denies that our numbers have been dropping in math, in science, and in English. Something's got to change, and it's got to change quick. Someone's got to think out of the box. Well, that's what brings me to the schoolhouse. They've been thinking out of the box, looking back for clues to the future. And what they've done is created a classroom environment and a curriculum that might just be the best in America. What's their secret? Let's go find out. On the surface, it looks like any other school, but step inside the schoolhouse on Long Island and you'll see what may be the most innovative education model in America.
So the schoolhouse was built on a few key premises. The first is that a school should be nonprofit, shouldn't be for-profit. It should be for all children, all learner levels, and it should also welcome children of every economic level. The second thing we wanted to do is to make sure we were using pedagogical science, the evidence of how children learn, not tradition. We knew the curriculum had to be in the zone of proximal development, meaning it had to be slightly more difficult. We know that they want to be challenged. We know that classrooms should be made for them, not for the educator.
Inspired by the past but driven by the future, this model blends century-old educational research with modern tools like AI and augmented reality.
We call it back to the future. So we're very forward thinking. For instance, our entire Microschool program is AI-based. We have our augmented reality sandbox, our Food on Mars program. All of those things are futuristic, right. But we also need to look at the very basis of pedagogical science and root ourselves in that.
And the results? Astounding. 92% of schoolhouse students are on the honor roll. 84% test proficient or higher in science, compared to just 50% nationally.
We've got kids in 6th grade that are doing 12th grade level work, so I had to see it with my own eyes. When I saw it, I was amazed. I contacted Secretary McMahon, and she came for a tour.
That visit has sparked talks of a glass-walled pilot program in Washington, D.C., where anyone could see the model in action.
There should be more of these types of schools throughout the United States because kids learn at different levels, and they learn differently.
Well, the one thing is fundamental, it's very hands-on, right?
Has to be hands-on.
Communication constantly.
Yes.
I hear all the time, your children are so emotionally intelligent. They look you in the eyes when they're talking to you. My 6-year-old is reading books that are 2 or 3 grades above her level.
My son's development, he's 3 reading grades above what he should be at his level. He's a fantastic reader at home. He's a critical thinker, and you can just see it on a day-to-day basis.
My children are learning, they're engaged, they're excited, and they're happy.
It's just different, and it makes sense for the kids. It's not a work. It's just natural for them. It comes with play and with just their regular routine of just being a kid.
340,000 educators have left in 4 years. 340,000, it's the biggest exodus we've ever had, and it's not, of course we always want to pay them more, but that's not their number one reason. The number one reason is a toxic environment, that they are not collaborated with, they're not part of the process. So she's using a tactile material to teach squaring, and what she's using are their work plans. So every child in the school has their own work plan, as if you have your own schedule on your phone. Mm-hmm. They come in and they follow their work plan.
We as educators get to act as a guide and help them to achieve their goals that they set for themselves.
We wanted to create an educator culture where our teachers felt like they belonged, they were bonused, they get paid well.
How do you bonus?
Well, we actually throw an event with all of our parents. Even though 90% of our parents are on aid, they come once a year and we have an event and we say this event is just for bonusing the educators.
Most classrooms are in rows. And
yes.
Why is that?
Because of the janitors union.
The janitors union?
Yes, in the early 1900s. It was the easiest way to clean a classroom.
And that's not more conducive to learning?
No. We know children from 6 to 12 are the most social that a human's ever going to be. So if you put them in rows and only allow them out for their sparse 20-minute recess, how are you allowing them to grow together? Here, they're collaborating all the time because they're super social. They want to learn from one another.
Little flags with a country name or a capital.
Right.
And then you're going to place it where the capital is and place it where the country is.
Julian has taught 50 learners so far how to do pin maps in the previous years and this year's, because that's his passion.
Do you want to try one?
Yeah, let me see.
Okay.
What do I
Minsk.
get?
What would you think?
Czech Republic? No?
So you actually put it in Ukraine.
Oh.
If you want Czech Republic, that's Czech Republic.
Oh, there you go.
But the actual one is in Belarus. So right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
You're close.
That was close.
Because the learners are also teaching each other, this is how we are also assessing them. They are showing us mastery of a particular concept, so we don't have to always do pen and paper tests.
If we don't fix 0 to 12, it doesn't matter what we do. Your morality is formed by 12. Your character is formed by 6. So if there's anything our nation should be doing to look forward, it should be this.
Next, the media moments that matter with Julie.